Hello dear students, welcome to this class of MA Final, paper 5th B, that is American Literature. And dear students, today we'll talk about the novel Scarlet Letter written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. So today we'll discuss some of the important symbols that Hawthorne has used in this particular novel, The Scarlet Letter, and how these symbols they reveal the psychology and the actions of the major characters. And this symbolic study, dear students, of this novel, The Scarlet Letter, will also reveal to us how these symbols, they have worked, and how sensibly Hawthorne has used and refined these symbols to present the psychological experiences of his important characters. So let us discuss Hawthorne. He has used a refined and compassionate version of his ancestors' Puritan conscience was a rare capacity for creating vivid dramatic symbols that he has used, the dramatic symbols of man's moral and psychological experiences. So we can say that he produces an appropriate symbol and he erect it into a story. One of such symbols took firm hold of Hawthorne. So let us discuss these symbols which he has used in the novel The Scarlet Letter. The first symbol we can say is the symbol of pearl, or for that matter, let us say the Puritan ancestors. In The Scarlet Letter, Hawthorne explains his Puritan ancestors, the Hawthornes, the first a leader in the Massachusetts colony who came so early, that is in 1630s, with his Bible and his word. And all the colony who comes so early as 1630s, and with all the puritanic we can say traits, both good and evil, and prosecuted dissidents with hard severity. This is a truth. That first man's son, a judge, earned a notorious place in the history in Salem in 1692 by sentencing to death of 19 persons accused of witchcraft, whose blood may fairly be said to have let a stain upon him. So this Puritan ancestors of Hawthorne, it has a deep impact on his writings also. It is reflected in his writings also. Hawthorne uses symbols for, we can say, sociological aim, emblem symbols, moral analogy, type, image. These are favorite words of Hawthorne. So I repeat myself, the favorite words of Hawthorne or his symbols are sociological, they are emblem symbols, moral analogy, type, image. So we can say that he, despite their resemblances, he differed from Emerson. Emerson, he also used symbols, but Hawthorne differs from him in the fact that Emerson's opinion was very natural. Natural in the sense that every natural fact is a symbol. It was the thought of Emerson. He used to say that every natural fact is a symbol of some spiritual fact. But here Hawthorne differs from Emerson. So please keep this in mind. Hawthorne's concerns were generally with man in society, not with man in nature. So this is the basic difference between Emerson and Hawthorne. Emerson He believed he revealed man in nature, but Hawthorne, he is concerned mainly with man in society, uh, as revealed in this novel also, The Scarlet Letter. He was concerned with the blacker and the bleaker difficulties that Emerson ever acknowledged. He is a writer of fiction of more occupied minds with the technical questions of authorship. So he has some more important pertinent questions in his mind, Hawthorne, and that is why he reveals the psychology and he uses these symbols. So these symbols, they are an expression of romance. The Scarlet Letter, we can say, is a complete romance. It's a romantic novel. It means that there is a constant interaction between the reality and the imaginary in this novel. One of the way in which the imaginary plays an important part in this book is complete symbolism. One of the most important symbol in the story is the scarlet symbolism, the scarlet letter, the scarlet color. It shows that it reveals several layers of meaning that Hawthorne want to convey. The letter changes its meaning with growth in Hester's character as we proceed, as the story proceed, as the action proceed, and as the character of Hester it grows, the letter changes its meaning. Now, the symbol of pearl. As the name suggests, the girl symbolizes all that is holy and innocent in the novel. Pearl. She echoes that full many a gem of purest ray serene, the dark unfathomed caves of ocean bear, we can say, unquote. In this connection, the gloom of pessimism is the cave of ocean. Pearl, the embodiment of scarlet letter, is another symbol like the scarlet letter. She is mm, here her mother's retribution for her sin, we can say. Then we have a connecting link. The scarlet letter, she saves her mother from persecution. She is the connecting link between Hester and Dimmesdale Pearl, the girl. She reveals in her defiance what Hester was in her youth. She is also the true child of nature. She is compared with the red rose and birds, and remember, both are symbols of liberty and hope. So, Hester and Pearl, the scarlet letter, reveals the symbols of liberty and hope. The imagery of the heart plays a significant role in the story. The heart has been depicted as a dungeon, uh, as a mayor, as a man, and a cave, and also as a shield, a protective shield. The brook in the forest, passing through tall, gloomy trees, is life in the Puritan society. It represents life in the Puritan society. It is sad because it is somber and melancholy. So we can say that the symbols used by Hawthorne, they reveal the Puritanism, they reveal the gloomness, they reveal the purity, and they reveal liberty and hope. So, dear students, I hope that you have understood the important symbols which Hawthorne has used in this novel, The Scarlet Letter. Let me revise myself. The Puritan ancestors of Hawthorne, then the symbol of romance, then the name pearl, and the gloomy forest, the brook in the forest, then the dungeon, the birds, the red rose, they all reveal they are symbols of hope and liberty, we can say. I hope you have understood the important symbols used by Hawthorne in this novel, The Scarlet Letter. Thank you very much.